don't bother. So we're gonna type Drew Barrymore. So yeah, Drew Barrymore, the actress and now talk show host. I think that's all she does. Does she do anything else? She probably has like a cookie line or something.
I think she has her own like film production like studio like Sunflower or Flower something.
Oh,
I don't know if she's still doing that though. Like she might just be doing the talk show thing.
kind of makes sense. I think when the actresses like end up being producers or like having their own, then they can pick their own roles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we can like look at her and just it's pretty obvious that she's a positive type. So positive types being 2, 7, or 9.
Yeah, and she does have a lot of that like I'm relatable thing, but I don't think it's coming from six. I think it's just like the natural warmth of her personality and also probably being a social lead that she wants to relate to people on like all these different levels.
Mm. Yeah, she's kind of inviting. Like she doesn't look like a pretentious celebrity. She looks like she has like an open, sunny energy and way of holding herself. Like she doesn't. She's always smiling. She's soft.
Demure, a
Sorry.
little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I just said demure.
Oh, yes, demure.
Demure.
Maybe not when she's younger though.
Oh, yeah, less
I
so.
think. Yeah, she was sort of had like that kind of bad girl thing going when she was younger. But it wasn't like bad girl, like bad person. It's just like, oh, she's trouble. Like, because she started, I think in one of the interviews, if we watched it or not, but she like talks about getting into drugs at the age of 9. So
Hmm.
she kind of has
Hmm.
that like edgy thing, but I think that that can also be coming from sexual and 7 as well sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and she grew up in that too. Like her mom was bringing her to Studio 54, like back in and I think the disco days were still going in the early 80s. So,
Yeah, why not? Live it up. I mean, I think that she's expressed no regrets, but who knows? That could just be a triple positive reframe.
yeah, I mean, okay, so in the Barbara Walters interview that I think you're going to play, Barbara Walters brought it up, like expecting that she would be embarrassed about like her little era where she was like taking off her clothes on TV. And she wasn't. She was like, I was just living in the moment and I needed to get it out of my system before I could settle down.
Good for her. Yeah, we can watch the what's this one? This I only watched part of this intro. It's like such a roast. Barbara Walters is so over the top.
Yeah, she's kind of a bitch, or was. Rest her soul.
She died.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, she's been looking pretty old for many decades, so it doesn't surprise me. How long could someone that's that old hold on for? Um, okay.
I was born at 11:05 a.m. in Brotman Memorial Hospital. I'm a Pisces with a Gemini rising. I love it. I love astrology. It's indicative of something, I'm positive. And I remember my childhood very, very distinctly, as if it was like a Super 8 movie that gets played back in my own head. Um,
She's kind of doing heart talking actually right there. Like she's kind of like narrating, like cinematizing her kind of backstory. It's like her lore. Oh, like I play it like a movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and kind of like a romantic way too. Like a little magic sprinkled in.
Mhm. And she gave herself some like social labels too. Like I'm a would she say Pisces or Gemini or whatever she
She
said?
said Pisces. She mentions being Pisces a lot.
It's like one of the easier labels to digest these days. Yeah, and she's kind of giggling and like having that kind of bubbly SP last and or with positive stuff going on too.
Yeah, she consistently feels pretty like ungrounded and untethered.
It's like a dream.
Bad dream?
No, good dream.
Bad dream. Like she's so like horny to like just pull out the horror of all these interviews. Bad dream. She's like a demon in a fucking pantsuit.
But I think it speaks to
Interesting dream.
Drew's positivity that she keeps the mood extremely light through this whole thing, while Barbara keeps like trying to like drag her into the mud of her life. And she's like, "Nope, I'm not going there."
She met her match. If because I guess we didn't really talk too much. We're both thinking that she's a two, 279. So maybe that was implied. But anyways, I don't know. It's been a long day. I've lost all sense of memory in the moment too. Anyway.
Indifferent dream at times, but never bad. I never once thought of my life as a bad thing for one moment. There were times where I might not have understood why things were going the way they were going or why certain lessons had to be so harsh, but I never questioned why I had to go through these things. I always knew it was for a higher purpose.
Real nine wing one flavored like positive reframing of everything. That's one thing that I definitely noticed. Oh, and the higher purpose, like through like all the pain and whatever, it's all okay because it's leading to this higher purpose, kind of like the upwards call of the nine wing one fix.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, and I've noticed like two cores, it's like there's this sort of dissonance, like cognitive dissonance almost of seeing things negatively, especially related to like family or like people they care about or something. Even with six fix, sometimes it like kicks in where it's like they'll say something a little bit, and, oh no, no, you know what? And then like it's like the reframe, especially probably with nine and seven. It's like we won't be going there. Everything's amazing.
Yeah.
You were an ET as a practically as a baby. Now, did you want to act, and that's how it happened, or were you plunged into ET, and lo and behold, you're an actress?
Well, when I was 11 months old, my mom took me into an audition for a Gainsburger puppy chow commercial, and the dog bit me on the nose, and everybody sort of went, lawsuit. And I just looked around this room of adults, like with these panicked look on their faces, and it made me laugh. And I started laughing. They're like, hired. So that was my first job, and I think my mom thought that.
That's kind of like speaking to the positive value, like or like even just in the art center, like too, it's like when I'm positive and helpful, like people love me, like that kind of
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I was kind of thinking how it might go back to like your te like natural temperament because like she did have a really rocky childhood, but like a point I was bringing up earlier, we're not quite at that point in the story yet, but her mom was pretty negligent as far as moms go, but Drew kind of like clutched up and managed to parent herself. And I find that very admirable about her.
yeah, and she doesn't badmouth people that she could very easily do a tell-all on her
Hmm.
his family. Or maybe she did do a tell-all. I don't think so. I don't think she really ever, yeah.
That this was a good thing for me.
Drew, you're a very famous grandfather, John Barrymore. How much do you know about him, and how much do you relate to him, if at all?
Well, I relate to him an extraordinary amount because I feel like I'm connected to him in a personalities type of way.
You're similar?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm breaking certain patterns that he wasn't able to break.
Destructive.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking,
Yeah.
particularly. Yeah,
Yes.
that was very much a part of his life. How do you feel yourself related to John Barrymore?
I feel like we would have been best friends.
Do you, this is going to sound strange, but
Yeah, it's all like I'm breaking the patterns. Like it's almost like some posthumous Jewishness.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was one of my points for like poor two over a nine because I feel like a nine would have just gone with the flow until they were like nearly dead. Of
Oh
like,
no.
oh, I guess this is what we do. We party, we drink. This is just I'm a Barrymore. That's what we do. But she didn't go that route. She kind of did the more Hexad thing of like parenting herself and getting sober and being very productive, which could speak to super ego, um, or just like all the buoyancy of all the positive influence in her type.
I think she did like hide a drinking problem for a long time though, but I think the fact that she like publicly faced out and was like, I'm like, no, there's no problem here. Like is again like yeah, like the positive. And it's not seven core because I feel like seven can make a joke of it. Like it's like, yeah, so what? I like to get fucked up. Like maybe.
But do you think he's a part of your life? Do you
Very
feel
much so. I'm very
that?
glad you asked that question, actually, because I don't want people to think that I'm, out in the ether by saying I feel like he's watching over me. But I feel like he's watching over me so much that that's a huge part of him is to sort of make sure and guide me that I'm doing okay.
Drew, tell me about your father. Was he there at all for you when you were growing up?
No, but one thing that I very much respect about him was that he was honest that he couldn't be a father. And
Everything has a positive reframe on it. This is like an incredible like
Literally everything.
Barbara's trying so hard to like wreck her day.
Yeah, it's like trauma digging. It's horrible.
I understood that.
Do you see your father now?
Occasionally, yeah.
Occasionally.
Him and I are very alike. We spend a lot of time alone, and I think we feel awkward with plans. So we very much have a universal understanding with each other.
Tell me about your mother. You're now estranged from.
That was probably like a way of saying like we just don't see each other. We have an awkward way with plans.
But everything's good. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, but to speak to that, I think like within like a core nine container, the positive energy is more like leaking out because nine is so withdrawn, where she's extremely effusive. She's very bubbly. Like she's almost become a meme for like being hyper positive and like proactively so.
Your mother.
Yeah, my mother and I don't speak, I think, because it's the appropriate thing for both of us to do right now. I've always said that both of us have a lot of growing up to do.
Yeah, this is also like super ego-y. Like there is this kind of two-ish thing of like we both have a lot of growing up to do.
Hmm.
It's like critical, but without like the six part that makes it actually critical. It's more she's just sort of like saying something. It's not like that. It's sort of judgmental, but it's not too judgmental.
Yeah. And it almost feels like a warm parental energy towards her own mom. Like, we both need to grow up a little, you know?
AKA my mom, my trash.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she's too positive to go there, though.
The bottom line, though, Drew, is that in your life now as a young woman, you have neither a father nor a mother.
No.
In that sense, you're an orphan.
Like, fuck, Barbara. Come on, I'm gonna make you cry. You shiny little daisy. I'm just gonna keep ripping your petals off until there's nothing there. I hold you together.
Yeah, she's such an undertaker. What type do you think Barbara Barbara might have been?
But with this look of compassion on her face, it's like
Oh gosh.
Hard.
It hurts sometimes. I remember when I was younger, I used to wonder at Christmas time, did bad kids have no parents and good kids had parents? And the day that I questioned that, which was the very first time I got my answer that day, which was no, I've never been so able to have freedom actually since that point, because I realized there's so many of us who are orphans, whether we have single parents or no parents. And as long as we have people around us that can nurture us and take care of us, that's all you need.
Drew, the drugs and the alcohol.
Yeah, and I see a little super ego in there because she was wondering, like, do I deserve not having parents? And then, like, her triple positive kind of like coping mechanism kicked in a very like social two flavored way of like, no, there's a lot of us orphans and we're deserving.
Yeah, and I think like core twos also because of the pride thing. It's like there's this sort of like internal like taking in the negative message and then nope, that can't be true about me. I'm a good girl. Like so, I think that's also
Hmm.
what she's doing. Um, but yeah,
And then oh, I was just gonna say, and then in other, like especially like on her social media, you see that a lot of her like ego is caught up in how much she loves other people. So you see like the classic two stuff of like, I know that, I sent you that one little clip where it's like, I know true love exists because of how much I love my friends, which I think it's very genuine, but that is like what she's projecting from that place of ego.
we can look. I have like the clips that you sent me. They're probably just like playing in the background on mute, so I'm not sure what will happen here, but um,
I'm going in for everyone's crispy potatoes. I'm sorry. I'm potato thief. We got it. Okay, great.
oh, here's the thing. Yeah, like what you said. It's like she frames it through the lens of how I love my friends. Um,
Yeah, and it's so people-y. Like she's just hugging and loving everyone.
Propaganda I'm not falling for. Being scared of aging. Not letting your dog in your bed. Diet Coke over regular Coke. Judging others because their life choices are different than yours. Truffle. Okay.
Truffle. I wonder, oh, like that, like the mushroom truffle thing. Okay.
Yeah, this kind of looks like a seven face, a seven fixed face. Um, yeah, it is very peoply. What? I recently had a colonoscopy and I what? No, of course, that makes so much sense to me. That's so disturbing. A two that I know got really into like I think she became like a colonic person or something. Is
Oh gosh.
like why would you want to do that? Of course, two reasons. Intrude. I'm gonna intrude. We're gonna get so intimate.
And
Oh
that looks like some three-wing stuff right there. Like I accidentally noticed how cute I am. I'm gonna put it on social media.
yeah, she does have like an imagey face, but I'm struggling to articulate what it is. It's like um yeah, I mean she is a hammy. She does have that kind of like it's like nines with a two. It is more like soft. It's like not offensive two-ishness. It's not overt two-ishness. It's just like a flavor. But she's like it's like nines her flavor. It's like making
Hmm.
it less phallic in her intrusions.
Less molesty.
Yeah. Well, do you have like yeah thoughts on like nine two versus two nine, just like as a nine two?
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean one thing I was saying was that core nine just it's a withdrawn type, so it's gonna add that extra layer where the two energy is occasionally leaking out, but you're always like kind of feeling the waters because you're sensitive to other people. You're really sensitive to other people's boundaries. And look at her. I mean, she's like touching him. She's like, practically in his lap. And I just don't think that a core nine, this nine is a gut type, it's a boundary type. And while we may be kind of touchy-feely, we're really selective about who we're gonna like let into our intimate space. And she's like this with like all of her guests. So
Hmm.
I can't see nine for her core type.
No. And self-press last because she also, yeah, she's just kind of like spraying her two-ishness everywhere.
Yeah.
I think like self-pres twos can be more contained where it's more like centered on the family or like the immediate sort of thing, but she's just like, you know, doing
Yeah. Yeah. She's just like spraying out rainbows and love just everywhere.
On a date with someone, don't do the dinner. Do a drink. But I don't know better.
I like the dinner. Then you know if it doesn't work. You get to actually talk, and you're gonna have a great time.
What
I've
if
got
you
a good feeling about
what
tonight.
if really?
Yeah, I got a good
What
feeling.
if you get weird vibes right out of the gate though? Then what?
Then run.
Yeah, then you go to the bathroom and you call a friend, and you have them give
Can
you a
you
surprise call.
do
You want
that?
me to do that?
Yes. Will you please?
I'll be your friend.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I
think that would be
I get
amazing.
very nervous and I've never met this person before. He's a complete stranger.
Really? That's exciting.
It's a blind date.
If a
Is it through a friend?
meeting on a dating app is a blind date.
I'm excited for you.
Well,
I can't wait to get updates.
okay. Please be my get out of here free call.
Yeah. You just send me a text later.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, he definitely was a fucker. Like that. What was
I
that?
know. I know. That's like the SOSX thing. You're just doing you, and people are gonna be like, hey.
He has SX too. I've never looked at him before, but there was something there. That was hot.
Oh yeah, he was biting his lip. He had like a twinkle in his eye.
He's hot.
Yeah, he's cute.
I never noticed him from pictures, but watching him on camera, it's like, oh, there's something there.
Oh yeah,
Like three.
yeah, he's got some spark.
Mm.
Oh, I feel it so intensely, which is like that intuition when you walk in a room to zero in on somebody who might be going through something or is really happy, but it's like this read on people's moods and energy. And that is something I've always wanted to cultivate and indulge in because it didn't seem like a negative thing. That if maybe you could just sense someone's energy. And sometimes I'm so wrong, but I will go right up to people and be like, is everything okay? Like, are you having a tough day? No? Great. Well, there's something going on. Whenever you're ready to chat, I'm right here. Or sometimes you just walk up to someone and you look at them and they're like, oh, thank you. I needed to let this air out. Or maybe they needed a little bit more gentleness, or maybe they needed some sense of humor and cajoling. So I try to follow that intuition, and I just like to engage with people. You're a Pisces because you're birthday.
Oh yeah, that was like so like 29292929 SP last.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and it's like she's so like locked in with the other people, and like I feel like there isn't even hesitation with like and with like the again with the boundariness of being a core nine. It would take a lot for me to if I saw someone I didn't know and they were obviously having a bad day, I would just like tiptoe away. I would just like I would not go up to them. I'd be like, those are bad vibes. I'm out.
Yeah, they'll suck you into their vortex and you'll be stuck looking after them.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's seeking it out. I don't know what the word was. She's like craving it, or that wasn't the right word. Cultivating it. I'm just gonna check in. It's like making her horny to like be useful. And also this is like sort of the two thing of like pulling attention back to themselves via you, where it's like putting attention on you, but she's like, because it's all about how the love I give them and I can make them feel better and I know what they need.
Too with that SO instinct, like that's how she's getting those needs met, like that interaction where she feels helpful. So like she's getting validation by showing up in other people's lives in that like healing, positive way.
Hmm. Yeah, and if she's like social sexual, with which we both think she is, then she's probably just doing it like all over the town and like doesn't even know what's. I mean, it's probably nice for people, but because it's like having some like pixie come in and like sprinkle you with love is probably does make a lot of people happy actually, and then other people will be like, huh.
Yeah.
Like this, like, oh, we're gonna get so close to each other. Naomi Watts is like, no.
Yeah, she looks uncomfortable. Yeah, I mean, but like look how alive she looks. Like she's just lit up.
Oh yeah, and she's
Just
like up in this, like
oh yeah.
Ariana Grande, probably a three. It's like there's just this heart to heart with the dog on her lap. What is this?
And now it's owned in private hands. But for the purposes of our sit down, they loaned it to us. Bring out the original Glinda wand, please. Thank you, Angel. I'm just gonna take you right over here, honey.
Oh, and she must have just loved this. Like as a three, it's like for me. Wow, they really love me. Like all this like and Drew Barrymore's got to give her the special gift.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, this is the ultimate two thing. Like she's the bestower of this beautiful, meaningful gift. It probably means more to Drew than it does to Ariana. She probably just chucked it in the trash can behind the building.
Amazingly cringe.
They very nice. That's very. Please have a seat.
Okay.
Did you watch this one yet? Or
I haven't.
okay, so this little surprise then. Oh wait, she gave him flowers.
Please have a seat.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm better now.
Happy birthday.
That's very sweet of you. Now, didn't you just recently have a birthday yourself?
Yes, I did, and I made it through it.
Did you enjoy it, the experience?
Yeah, it was the first birthday in my whole life that I actually enjoyed. Because normally, when on my birthday, I pretty much sit in the bathtub and cry.
No, why? What? Because it signifies what, the passing of time, some kind of pointless
No,
existence?
I have no problem with age.
Uh-huh.
It's just this celebratory day, a day all about you.
Right.
It makes you kind of nauseous.
Yeah, super interesting. Like 2-9 kind of when the attention gets put back on you when you're the one supposed to receive. Like, I mean, I think this could sound 9-ish, but I think it's just like 2 and 9 because it's like, I think like there can be this like allergy. It's like weird. It's like twos can get funny where they want their special gifts, but then they don't want this whole fuss to be made. Although you can get some like diva twos as well, so it's kind of like hard to say. But this is sort of like a 2-9-ish. Like I'm the giver, and now I'm not the giver. It's like you're almost taking away the identity role, making a day about them.
Yeah. Or I mean, I think it's possible that when she was growing up, because like her dad wasn't in the picture and the mom was out partying all the time, probably like too hungover to plan Drew a birthday party, whatever. Like it was just a painful thing. And maybe that's why she kind of like flipped it around, like flipped the script to be the person doing the giving. Because like maybe she knows what it's like to have a birthday party alone and kind of forgotten. And I think she like put like a positive spin to like kind of like heal herself, like kind of retroactively.
Mm. Hmm. Yeah, I might catch up with her on her birthday too. Like it might just be like a lot. Interesting.
But people are nice to you on your birthday.
Yeah, but they say happy birthday, and you're like thinking, you're like, you just want to cringe. But this birthday was different. I sat at a restaurant with all my friends, and I looked
How many
around.
friends do you have? When you say all your friends, how many close friends are you talking about? Do you have like 10 really good friends? Do you have 5 really good friends?
Yeah, there was like 10 people. I know.
You're blessed. If you have 10 actual friends and not just Weasley showbiz hangers-on.
Exactly.
Now, are they actual friends or are they Weasley
They're
show business?
actual friends.
Okay.
People I work with, friends of mine, people I love, like my family.
Well, there you go. Okay, good
like,
enough.
So I sat around and I looked around the table and I
David Letterman like has like 6 Wing 5 vibes, don't you think?
Yeah, he's like trying to like, oh, are they fake? Like, are they all
Yeah.
phonies?
Are they weasels?
Very well could be weasels, but she's not going to see them that way. That's what her type.
No. She's like, I love them. Of course they're my friends.
She also kind of has like a chaotic, like social sexual with 7 and 9 kind of look to her too. It's like I've got like a banana on my shirt, some like hippie necklaces. Like this is like a talk show, and she's supposed to be like a famous actress, and she's just showing up looking like she rolled out of like rolled off a mattress on the floor, like having sex with somebody, and like stinks of like BO and patchouli or something. Like,
Yeah, like the hair looks crusty.
yeah.
I looked at all these people on their faces, and everyone was just sort of talking. And I almost started to cry because I just thought, oh my God, like, this is the first birthday I've ever enjoyed. I feel like, so I like, oh, love, yes, like, I'm in good energy, and I felt good.
Yeah.
And she's getting like embarrassed too, talking about it. This is like so two-ish. I feel love.
Yeah.
It's cute. Oh, she's like a little love pixie.
She is. Yeah, and I think that speaks to like the positivity in the two in her type that this was probably like a super memorable birthday, and it has nothing to do with like what she got or probably even what they were doing, but that she just felt surrounded by the love of her friends.
So, whether you're sitting in the bathtub
Yeah.
or out at a restaurant with friends, you're just going to burst into tears.
Well, I guess so, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Now, what was
But
this
these
thing?
were happy tears.
What was this thing that I read about you where you went to a club, and was this on your birthday? And you get up on stage, it's some kind of a nightclub, some kind of a
It's
party.
a nude performance dance
I'm
art
sorry,
place.
what is it called?
A nude art performance dance place. It's run by this lady, Udi, who's like this great lady who's
A woman named Udi.
Yes, and she's really cool. And
I think there's a guy here tonight looking for her. Where's that guy? There he is.
He looks like a serial killer.
Sitting there like, my girlfriend made me come here. Fucking hate all of you. Bye, I'm gonna gun you down later.
Now, see, this is one of the differences between you and me. I've been here since 1980. And if you put a gun to my head, I wouldn't be able to tell you where to go for a nude performance dance club.
I know.
Yeah, I know you know.
It's called the Blue Angel. It's really, really cool. Yeah. 44 Walker Street.
Oh, well, you know, that's not, I know where that is. Oh, man. Okay. Udi. Is that double O or U?
UTE. Tell her you're a friend of mine.
All right. Hello, Udi. Nice to see you. Happy da, Udi.
So anyway, you're there, and what happened? You get up on stage and you took all your clothes off.
Well,
Tell me that's not true. Please tell me you didn't do that. Did you do that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah!
Her face there. She's like, yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, like all natural nature, positive hippie, like daisy chain. Like she's kind of in the wrong era almost, but she is like the free love type, technically, like social sexual 279. Let's like roll around in the grass and like braid each other's hair while we're naked and like braiding each other's pit hair.
Did you see she literally brought him daisies too?
Yeah, that was like for sure her vibe.
Yeah.
She's got one in her hair too. Of course, she's got one in her hair, and it's a gift for Dave.
Of course.
He loves it. He's kind of the like target of all these like chicks who are trying to flirt with him, and he's just like, oh, like it's so. I bet he gets laid
Yeah.
by all these like hot, like famous women, and he just pretends he doesn't. Like, oh, I don't know, oh no, no, oh, I'm a dork. I don't know what sex is. I feel like 6'5", 3'2" can do that kind of like it's like they're sneaky.
Why not? You know,
What do you mean, why not?
well, think about it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's liberating. It's free.
And were there people in the club?
Mhm.
All friends or strangers? Or
Some friends, some strangers.
And you just leap to the stage
Yes.
and you take your clothes off.
Well, wait,
oh
no,
my
no, no,
God.
no. We got there, and my friend, my beautiful, wonderful friend John Rosen, who is it's an act that we do, and he's Dick Haney, the world's funniest comedian. But the whole joke is he's actually so bad,
Right.
but it is funny.
That's right.
So
I understand.
bad.
Sure. It's the old switcheroo.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, we didn't really talk that much about her head center, but it's just like so much eagerness and excitement and like, yeah, like scattered sort of jumping around and like salacious stories. Like I'm gonna like even just on top of social sexual, it's like I got some provocative stories. Like
Yeah. 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 And there's like a lot of like repeating themes in her interviews about freedom and just wanting to be, she's a free spirit.
yeah, for sure.
And I'm Lolita.
You're Lolita.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I come out there and I sort of, would you like me to do a dance for you?
And so like yeah, here's some imagey stuff too, like where she's like aware of the audience. It's like just for Dave, but it's like for the show, I think. Like
Yeah.
look at his face.
What?
Hi, Paul.
Okay.
Give me some
Okay.
kiss.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Like social sexual to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going in for the memorable high voltage quick, like, oh, I'm just gonna sparkle this, like glitter bomb you with my little titties on the desk, and he'll never forget it. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah. And like even before that point, she was just super like flirtatious and maybe just like testing the waters, like because she is a social lead in her instincts, and he was clearly enjoying the flirting. So she's like, I'm gonna amp it up a little.
And she wants the audience to know like her impact, like the level of like whatever her care.
It's the gift. She's bringing the gift.
And she is just over the moon over his reactions, like
She is giddy.
it's like image validation too, right? Like he's playing into it too, where he's like, whoa, mamma mia, like, and she's just
Yeah.
it is cute though. Like, how could you get mad at her? If it was like Angelina Jolie did that, it'd be scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that, man. Remember the night Morley Safer was here, pulled the same thing?
Yeah, that was
I would have only done it, but it was your birthday.
You know, I can't thank you enough for that.
That's what she wanted. She's like, oh, there, that's some touche right there. You gave the best present ever, Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. She's like the only person that I wouldn't get mad at, like flashing my boyfriend or something. It's like, because she can get away with it as like a triple positive.
Yeah.
Do you have like any like thoughts on like social sexual of this try like in the different order or like you know what I mean?
Um, well, maybe like after looking a lot at her Instagram, because like from what I'd known about Drew Barrymore, like she had that like kind of free spirit party girl thing going on. But I mean, there's just such a focus on the social stuff, and like as she grew and matured into a woman, it took on more of like kind of like a super ego-y, more of a like a solidly super ego two-ish social type of flavor.
Yeah, where she's like a leader instead of a but
Like
she
a little cat party girl.
yeah. But she still kind of like love bombs people on her show. Like she's like it's like she's not taking her shirt off, but she's taking her like emotional shirt off and like trying to take their emotional shirt off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like a very like disarming them by creating this really safe, emotionally healing space.
She got a tattoo with one of her guests. I mean, she's kind of amazing. So I think the world is like a net benefit for her being in it.
Yeah, and I've heard people like kind of claim that she's faking it on her show, like how like positive and touchy-feely she is. And I don't think she is. I just think that's her. I think that's like who she is all the time. And the show probably just gives her an outlet for like her incredible amount of like bubbly to social energy.
I think like image types can just seem fake to a lot of people anyways because they are like heart types and so they're kind of churning this narrative constantly. So I think like threes are maybe the most noticeably fake because they're adapting and so they're like switching lanes or switching positions multiple times. But I think like four and two can look fake because it's kind of like almost affected to like other types where it's like this is like too much. Like you're it's like doing the heart center to its maximum. Like
Hmm. Yeah. Do
definitely
you have, I was just gonna say, do you have that thing I sent you? I think it was the last thing I sent you. It was about like learning how to love yourself. It just felt very much like the two journey.
oh
Oh yeah, this is it.
like I get like sucked into these like live laugh love posts. I hate it. I always end up crying. That's why I'm not reading them out loud.
Oh,
Why?
yeah.
Why does it do this to me?
Oh, yeah. I mean, and I think it's really,
Yeah, Drew Barrymore. Social sexual two wing three. What do you think? Like nine wing one or seven wing six second, if it matters. But
oh gosh, I hadn't even thought about this. Maybe in her younger years, like more of the seven influence with like the free-spirited party girl, but like I see a lot of also like nine coded messaging in her more recent stuff of like unconditional acceptance and also like giving her guests like that safe place that nine wing ones like to provide. And that's like that's basically what her talk show is, but like infused with all that core to hyper loving invasive energy. So I would put her now at like, yeah, two wing three, nine wing one, seven wing six.
hmm, yeah, that makes sense. So sugar coma, um, or Stratford Fairy. And then her like alter ego would be 397, which makes sense because yeah, her party girl years, like she can dip into the kind of like hedonistic. It already happens because of her stacking, but like can really go there probably if she
And
wants
yeah, and
to.
she did. Yeah.
And then her shadow would be 361. Oh, she got a Karen shadow.
There's probably a few random Karen videos out there that we missed.
Yeah, keep that shadow in the closet. Lock it
Yes.
up. Like specific typings do you do?
It's voltology. I know it sounds really weird. It sounds like some creepy made up science thing, but I think it's pretty legit.
Do you want to like even just describe it so I can like maybe I'll like timestamp it at the bottom or something like
Yeah, so it's like analyzing people's mannerisms and like their facial structure and micro expressions to see like what's going on with them as far as like cognitive function usage. It's super complicated. Like it's hard to explain, but it's taking like Jung's work, and like he was the one that first identified like the eight cognitive functions, and then Auburn like extrapolated on that and made like a visual identification system for each of the eight functions, and then it's like further categorized into like lead function, and then it's just it's like a Jungian typology system.
and people can find that out by like DMing you on Instagram and then
Yeah.
you do
Yeah.
Zoom or do they send you a video or
Yeah, so if someone wants to get typed, I could just send them a list of questions and then they just film themselves, and it's less about what they're saying and more about what they're doing, what their bodies like. For you as a PE lead, you would have really like free, like just like, and these are like PE casual hands and maybe like, like these toggles where you're looking around and you have like a really casual in the moment thing. So it's kind of like all these different things that we look for coming together to be like, you are a PE lead or more specifically an NE lead. So yeah, I mean, it's just observing someone for roughly like 20 to 30 minutes, and then we have a really good idea of what's going on with their cognitive function stack.
what was Drew Barrymore again?
So Drew Barrymore, we have her, someone, I think Auburn typed her. Auburn was the creator, and he typed her as a TE lead, which is like the business, like really business-minded one. But that was years ago, and I think she might actually be an NEFI like you and Cindy Lauper.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, she is like a free spirit, and that's like antithetical to like a TE lead.
Hmm. What does PE stand for?
That's extroverted exploring.
Okay.
So it's just like you're exploring whether it's like cognitive, like playing around, excited about new ideas, new possibilities. It's there's a lot of overlap with seven. Like we see a lot of PE leads because it's kind of like childlike in that it is so excited about the possibilities and exploring, and with SE, which is extroverted sensing, like the sensors, they can be more in tune with like, sports, uh punching people in the face. I don't know. I don't know what SE people do. But any leads, any people, extroverted intuition, they're more the ones that are like playing around with like the cerebral cognitive stuff. Like there's all sorts of any leads. Like they can be scientists or artists, like content creators like you. Um, yeah, so.
Are you NE as well, right?
Mhm. Yeah, I would be an FINE, so like kind of really similar to you, but like the function switched around. So instead of any FI, I would just be FINE.
Okay. a new flavor for people to explore who want to keep learning more and more how to
Yeah.
a psychic by looking at people across the
Yeah. 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 I guess I'm like a multilingual typologist. A horrifying hybrid. So if anyone is curious about their type in cognitive typology using voltology, you can contact me on Instagram, and I can send you a list of questions to answer on video, and then I can tell you what your cognitive type is.
Ooh, how exciting. So yeah, if you want to hear more about it, maybe we'll put a little bit more on the channel then. Pepper
Yeah,
spray it around
just
the internet.
just weave a little bit in. Yeah. While Larissa and I go insane and AI takes over.
Yeah, and AI takes like all of our efforts, all of our ADHD like fuel typing to like create a Borg prison for all of the magical fairy people in this hell realm. Like, you will not be exploring anything.